Hey, good morning, everybody. My name is Cliff Backus. I am the Chief Market Strategist for Push Button Stock Trading, and this is your daily video market review. But before we start, as a friend of mine frequently asks, if I was stranded on a desert island, what would I need? Well, I'd need three pieces of software: highgrowthinvestors.com, freestockcharts.com, and MarketSmith. MarketSmith is a set of investment research tools for mastering the market, offering a set of extremely robust stock screeners, charts, and pattern recognition. More importantly, we use MarketSmith to generate our stock checklist, which we use to develop our universal watch list. Take a free trial of MarketSmith. Next, we have freestockcharts.com, which is a Warden Brothers product and has all the versatility of their TC2000 program on an a la carte basis. These are the charts we use in our daily video market review. I use the premium version, but they also offer an advertising-driven free version. And lastly, I would need highgrowthstock.com, HGSI. HGSI is a remarkably versatile product that I use for analyzing and screening data. The Spectrum Analyzer is an HGSI product, and you can get a 1-month free trial of highgrowthstock.com, and you don't even need a credit card. And that's our commercial for this week. Stocks fell in heavier triple witching related volume Friday. Triple witching happens 4 times a year when stock options, index options, and futures all expire on the same day, and can lead to extremely high volume. After setting an all-time high intraday Thursday, the Nasdaq Composite closed up 1.4% for the week, while the S&P 500 tacked on 0.8%. Stocks closed in the low range for the day on heavier above average volume, giving us another distribution day on all indexes except the small cap S&P 600. Advancing issues trailed decliners by about a 3-2 margin. The New York Stock Exchange advanced decline line continues to look less than bullish, maintaining the same downward slope that we saw just before the market swoon last October. New highs were a bit more encouraging, bettering new lows by better than 2-1 Friday. Our market timing model is showing an aggressive buy rating on the S&P, meaning that aggressive traders can be buying here. More conservative traders may want to wait for a little bit more clarification of the market. The Nasdaq is on a margin signal. The O'Neill market timing model is showing a confirmed uptrend. Small caps bettered large yesterday as small caps continue to outperform on a 10-day moving average basis. This is in character for a confirmed uptrend, when small caps generally are more likely to outperform. Also Friday, the small cap Russell 2000 and the S&P 600 easily outperformed the large cap indexes, giving some encouragement to the bulls. Our swing timing model is indicating a neutral condition in the market. The continued dominance by small caps, along with recent strength in the Russell 2000 and the small cap S&P 600, indicate that the market may want to continue to push higher here. We remain bullish, but not wildly so. We have our stops in place, and we'll watch to see where this summer rally takes us. What we're looking at here is Moody's list of 177 industry groups sorted by HGSI, High Growth Stock Investors, by 5-day percentage price change. The reason we look at this is that by noting where the strength in the market is on a daily basis, we can get a better idea of where the power in the market is rotating to. The basic premise of momentum trading is, which is what we do here, is that we need to identify where the power is and get out in front of it. So let's see where the strength in the market was on Friday. On Friday, we saw strength in environmental engineering and consulting, up 7.8% for the week. Specialty pharma was up 4.7%. Toys and games were up 4.5%. Tobacco was up 3.8%, as was medical equipment. Let's take a look at the Russell 2000. The Russell 2000 yesterday was just about flat for the session. Notice that the Russell held above resistance in the 1279 area. The Russell continues to obey this uptrend and probably is bracketed right now between support resistance in the 1279 area and resistance up at its recent trend line. Notice how the Russell 2000 was pretty much unchanged for the day. We'll see that's in contrast to both the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ composite. On Friday, the NASDAQ composite was down 15.95 points, or 0.13%. NASDAQ closed below recent resistance up here in the 5120 area. NASDAQ closed at 5117 on Friday. Trading volume was very heavy, as we mentioned. It was triple witching. And that gives us another distribution day. For you followers of William O'Neill, we are in a confirmed uptrend. We've been in that confirmed uptrend since May 14th. We now have 5 distribution days in the past month. Distribution count is getting up there. NASDAQ is bracketed by support down here in the 4847 area, and as we mentioned, resistance up here in the 5120 area. The NASDAQ right now is on a margin signal. Let's take a look at the S&P 500. The S&P on Friday was down 11.25 points, or just over 0.5%. The S&P closed in the very bottom of its daily trading range, which is bearish. We held support at this trend line. This trend line had been resistance. We hope that now it will act as support. So for now, we're going to call that support. We'll call resistance up here at the 2134 area. S&P closed at 2109 on Friday. And we had very heavy triple witching volume, giving us another distribution day. The S&P is in a confirmed uptrend, but we have 6 distribution days in the past month on the S&P 500, which is an awful lot of distribution, an awful lot of professional selling, and it may be worth keeping an eye out for potential weakness in the S&P going forward here. That said, the S&P seems to be acting fairly bullishly. I would just be a little bit cautious and keep stops in place. The S&P 500 right now is on an aggressive buy signal. Let's take a look at some stocks that we may be interested in watching. But before we do, just a note. All of the individual stocks that we talk about in our video market reviews are from our Universal Watch List, which you can view by going to the push-button stocktrading.com homepage and clicking on Blogs, then Daily Spreadsheet, and then clicking on the link. Depending on the operating system you're running, you may need to click on a dialog box to open the spreadsheet. Once the spreadsheet's open, you simply go down to the Universal Watch List tab, click on the tab, and that will bring up our Universal Watch List. To qualify for our Universal Watch List, a stock has to have satisfied at least 72% of our stringent technical and fundamental criteria, and continue to satisfy at least 62%. Out of our trading universe of over 7,000 stocks, there are generally only about 50 to 90 stocks that meet these strict criteria and make our Universal Watch List. These are the only stocks we review in our daily video market review, and for the most part, they're the only stocks that we use in our trading strategies. That noted. First 2 stocks I want to take a look at are a couple of bank stocks. Financial stocks seem to be doing very well here, and the first stock that we're taking a look at is BOFI Holdings. BOFI is a holding corporation for BOFI Federal Bank, operating primarily through the internet and from one office in the San Diego, California area. On Friday, BOFI put in a nice little pocket pivot and can be bought by aggressive traders here. Notice how the stock closed at the very top of its daily trading range. Financial stocks, as I mentioned, seem to be doing very well. It broke through its 10-day simple moving average on Friday on heavier trading volume than any down day in the past 10 trading sessions. Next, I want to take a look at Customers Bancorp. Customers is a holding company for Customers Bank operating through 17 bank offices serving 4 Pennsylvania, 1 New York, and 1 New Jersey county. The stock also had a very nice pocket pivot on Friday. Again, breaking up through its 10-day simple moving average right here on huge volume. Trading volume was higher than any down day in the past 10 trading sessions, and the stock closed in the upper half of its daily trading range. Aggressive traders can buy Customers Bancorp here. I want to take a look at 4 watch list stocks. First watch list stock is GoPro. GoPro manufactures mountable and wearable cameras and accessories for the self-capture and sharing of content. GoPro right now is not really in a base, but if it was in a base, it would be a first stage base. In order for GoPro to put in a base, we would need to see this consolidation extend for a minimum of 5 weeks. If we extend out the chart on GoPro, we see that the stock is in this nice little downtrend. And if we were to break up through this trend line, GoPro would be a good buy for bottom fishers. Otherwise, more conservative investors may want to wait for a 5-week base, which would have a pivot point of 61.19. GoPro gets a 76 checklist rating. Next, I want to take a look at Heritage Insurance Holdings. Heritage offers personal residential insurance for single-family home owners and condominium owners in the Florida area. The stock we've been watching for quite a while. It's putting in this nice second stage base with a pivot point at $22.80. Heritage gets a 72% checklist rating and is worth keeping an eye on this week. NXST Broadcasting owns and operates 87 TV and 26 digital multicast stations in 21 states serving 49 markets. The stock is in this first stage base with a pivot point of $60.21. It gets a 64% checklist rating, and with the political season coming up, television broadcasters typically do very well. Nexstar has this trend line and can be bought by aggressive traders on a break above that trend line. More conservative traders may want to wait for the pivot point at $60.21. Watch for it to break through that area on at least 140% of average daily volume. And the last stock I want to take a look at is JD.com. JD is a Chinese retailer offering a wide selection of authentic products via JD.com and mobile applications. It gets a 68% checklist rating, and you can see that it broke out of this second stage base right here on very heavy volume. The pivot point was $36.75. The stock subsequently broke back down into its base, but held support yesterday, or on Friday, at its 50-day moving average. If JD can continue to hold that 50-day moving average, it may be worth looking at by aggressive traders. That's about all I have for today. If you want to talk about any of the stocks mentioned today or any of our market strategies, please feel free to give me a call, drop me an email, or make an appointment. Come by the office, see what we're up to. Contact information is on the home page. For daily access to our model portfolios, trade updates, and more up-to-date information on our trading strategies, please take a minute to go to our subscription page and subscribe to Push Button Stock Trading. You can also follow us on Twitter at PushButtonStock. Again, my name is Cliff Backus. That's your daily video market review. Have a safe and profitable day. Keep your stops in place, and I will see you again tomorrow. Please stay tuned for our important disclaimers. All the best. Disclaimers. Push Button Stock Trading Video Market Review is produced and edited by Clifford B. Backus. Mr. Backus is a Senior Vice President of Investments, Technical Analyst, Portfolio Manager, and Partner with the investment firm of Ohanneson LaCours Incorporated. Video Market Review is produced solely for the benefit of our clients, friends, and colleagues. Anything written, stolen, and/or plagiarized in this publication is done without malice. Further, the analysis and opinions expressed in this publication are strictly those of the editor and not of Ohanneson LaCours Incorporated, its affiliates, subsidiaries, or any of the officers or employees of Ohanneson LaCours, Inc. On that note, we submit the following. The analysis, calculations, and evaluations presented herein are based on data and assumptions Ohanneson LaCours Incorporated believes to be accurate. Ohanneson LaCours Incorporated makes no representation that such analysis or calculations are accurate or that such valuations represent levels at which actual trades may occur. This report has been prepared from original sources, except where otherwise noted, and data we believe to be reliable. Ohanneson LaCours, Inc., its affiliates and subsidiaries, and/or their officers and employees or their families may from time to time acquire, hold, or sell a position in the securities mentioned herein. Moreover, opinions may differ from one entity to the next. If we are used in connection with the purchase or sale of any security discussed in this report, we may act as principal for our own account or as agent for both the buyer and the seller. Push Button Stock Trading is dedicated to the education of friends, clients, and paid subscribers. Push Button Stock Trading is an information service only. The information provided herein is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell stocks of any kind. Push Button Stock Trading is created to aid subscribers in making informed investment decisions based wholly or in part on technical analysis. It's possible that at this time or some subsequent date, the editors of Push Button Stock Trading may own, buy, or sell the investments presented. All investors should consult a qualified professional before making any investment. The information provided has been obtained from sources deemed to be reliable, but it is not guaranteed as to the accuracy or completeness. The editors of Push Button Stock Trading make every effort to provide timely information to subscribers, but cannot guarantee specific delivery times due to factors beyond our control.